So I'm gonna go in this place. I haven't ever been here before. It is a vendor, craft fair, vintage place, I think, and it is used to be a church. It looks like a really big building. Some of my friends have been here before though, and they said, just looking at these things on the ground already, starting to look like fall, but it's like 90 degrees. Some of my friends said it was kind of endless, so that sounds like the kind of place I want to go to. And it's open on Sunday from 9 to 6, I think it said. So I'm gonna try, go inside, see if I can record anything for you guys. It's really cool. Oh, vintage button rings. What a cute idea. I think I've seen those before. How do I do this? So here is where I am going to do a bit of a voiceover because they were blaring Beatles music, which was great for while I was in there, but not so much for while I am putting this video up to put onto YouTube for you guys. So these all had little antique booths and they were all set up incredibly adorably, and each little booth had a different style and it was so adorable, and they used every space. I love this. This is Peter Pumpkin Eater, such a cute cookie jar, and I love vintage cookie jars. A lot of them had really nice old cases too, and the prices here were incredibly reasonable. There were also a good number of craft items in the store as well. I would say my favorite part of the store though was just kind of the overall setup. As you can see, they had lots of lights and it was really cute. They had different items that you could purchase, like candles, some newer things that were really like country, but in a really nice way. They had these adorable setup of little glass figurines. I really did enjoy this place. Probably one of my new favorite vintage antique stores. So I love anything with a vintage hand on it, so I love that brass clamper where they had their business cards. I love this lucite pineapple lamp. Oh, I really wanted it. This vendor had a lot of nice jewelry and it was very reasonably priced. I do have that little cameo box that we just passed, but this one was a lot of fun, just kind of looking to see at everything that they had, and it was very nicely set up and completely in a reasonable price range, which was very nice because it doesn't always happen at the vintage stores, so you never know. So it looks like the rings were $10 and $15. Like I said, this place was very reasonably priced. I don't know if it was because they're so new or what, but it definitely made it a lot more fun to shop. They had a really cute little concession area and places with the 70s orange couches to chill out. And this section had some really cool mid-century stuff. It was probably one of my favorite sections. They have that lava lamp that my grandmother had in her living room, so I love that. It's not a repro. And my sister's got one of those shadow boxes as well. So, and this was really cool, just walking around and seeing the architecture and the stained glass. And this, it said, was in, I think, a wedding bridal shop. And this was probably one of the most beautiful mirrors I have ever seen. It was just so gorgeous. And I don't know where I would put it, but oh my goodness, would I love to have that. It's very Art Nouveau and just so gorgeous. And this painting was amazing too. I would love to have that. It was very textured oil painting. It was just so beautiful. And this little setup was so beautifully well done. They have this really cute ironwood dolphin, which my husband and I collect. One day when I clean my house, I will show you guys my collection. But again, really nice prices on things. And then I saw this Whiting and Davis box, purse in the box. And I looked for the price because I love Whiting and Davis purses. I know a lot of us do. There was, I think, one or two rhinestones missing, but that is a super easy fix. And it was $18 still in the box. So I guess I came home with a new Whiting and Davis purse. And they had some fun things in different places. So a lot of the vendors offered different things together. I love those opera glasses. I actually have a few in this place, cute little opera glasses. They really use every space. I love old bottles. I have a bunch of them from the saddle. 45 bucks. I'm not sure what I would do with it, but I wanted an older saddle. And they just had so many awesome things. This, like, I don't know what it's even called, is like a stool with a hat rack and a mirror. It was just so gorgeous, and I think it also had like a chest in it to store things underneath where you sat. This lamp, oh my goodness, if I had a Victorian or an older style home, that would have been coming home with me. It was just so beautiful in that color blue. So you can see the church was just so beautiful inside. I love people who redo furniture like that. I have this, one of these. Can't tell if these are new or vintage or both. See, that one looks vintage. The watermelon colored one. Warren Bear Call. Hilarious. Bougie. It's like you. Wow. It's empty, but so good. It's a trinket box. That's so cool. Anyone need an accordion? That mirror. Flower frogs.
Where are you going?
These are insulators for power lines. See, blue insulator. I found some sea glass like that.
Oh, Blendo. $12.95. Wow. Those are cool. Driftwood candles. Oh, I love vintage. Aprons. And the halls. I have some of those too. These guys. The backside. This I thought was so cool. Vitex glass knife. I have never seen a glass knife. It's $38. I don't know if that's a good price or not, but I thought that was so cool. I also kind of wanted a glass knife, even though I don't need a glass knife. And then they had like a full full vanities set that they had everything priced out or listed out there, which I thought was pretty cool. And I have some of these pieces, but to have all of this was such a big set of them. And they also have a hair receiver, which creeps out my husband. Morganite. Never heard of that before. I've got to look that up now. That looks like big light dice. Oh, I love those binoculars. Opera glasses. Now we're in the basement. And then I saw, again, there's a kind of random jewelry in random places, but this one was $26 and it was sterling silver. I thought it was really pretty. I had to touch it. I always have to touch all the pretty jewelry that I find in these places. $8. Wow. I think this place really had something for everyone. This room kind of had a lot of the country. Like, I know a lot of men who love these cast iron skillets, and they had so many of them, and they were in such nice shape. And this one also had records and baseball stuff and toys and things like that, but it's not something I like, so I didn't really record a lot of it. I really loved this Pyrex bowl. I thought it was so cool. I don't remember the name of it. I have vowed to only buy promotional patterns and things that are different, but I think this one was, what, $22, and it's got the lid and everything with it. I just loved that, but I did not need any more at the moment. I think it was before I had my place where I store all my Pyrex. So this had a lot of cool jewelry. Those ones are the older mosaic brooches, and those are the ones that I like. And then the guitar one was kind of a newer Italy style. So I have a ton of them right now. I did not need any more, but I do like really listing them. And this was my favorite. I almost probably should have gotten this. I only got that Whiting and Davis this day, but this was an old Art Deco etched glass necklace, and it was strung on a wire, which the older Art Deco ones normally are, and it was just stunningly beautiful, $35. And when I rewatched this video, I definitely regretted not picking it up. And I thought this was really nice too. It was sterling necklace with it had both pendants, and it looked to me kind of like turquoise or coral, and it was marked sterling. They were really neat. I loved this purse. If it was in a little bit better shape, it would have been more expensive, but I probably would have had to get it because I don't see these very often. They were just so beautiful, and the way that it opens and everything, it was velvet lined and just absolutely gorgeous. I loved it. And this was a Bakelite dice, like drink mixer, and I thought that was just so cool. I absolutely love that. Another regret, but it was kind of expensive. And this one, I think it was somebody who made all of these, which they had some flower boxes there too, which are always so nice, and they really do awesome work. And a weird cat thing, of course, that Jimmy may have bought. I love those. Those remind me of like the 80s Christmas stuff that I used to have, which is probably from the 70s, who knows. And Green Machine, the Frog Band. I thought that was interesting. I've never seen anything quite like that before. So this is the part that I showed my husband, and he was like, we need to go there. When are they open? What are their hours? Because they had a lot of just old beer, different things in here that were really cool. And I absolutely love this. It was like a cask that opened up and stored all your different shot glasses and all your bar stuff. And it was $90, which I think was very reasonable. And he might have went home with it had he been with me that day. There's some Schlitz stuff and all kinds of different beer brands. So this one was a really cool beer corner little spot. Labatt's. We are the headquarters for Labatt Blue here in Buffalo. And then this one was all decorated for Halloween, which I love normally. We didn't go crazy this year, but normally I do. And I love the little setups. I don't know where they got all that furniture from, if it was like actual vintage orange furniture or reproductions or what, but I loved it. So just a lot of really cool setup. And again, this church was just so beautiful. So I'm so glad that they found a way to repurpose it. They also had art and photographs along with the crafts. And this area I loved. So a lot of these were little craft type things that they had, and but really nicely done ones. I loved these repurposing of the jewelry, and something I actually would love to do. So I think I might try my hand at this and try to make something in the same vein as, the recycled vintage jewelry, kind of making it new again. They obviously had probably done stained glass or something, because they must have materials, and the buffalo out of the china I thought was so cool too. I loved all this repurposed jewelry, and I thought it was very well done. Yeah, earrings too, necklaces, all kinds of stuff. And the bracelets were really cool. I loved a lot of the bracelets that they had, and the rings with the china in it. I really would love to learn how you redo that, because I love when you put the china in the different jewelry. I just think it looks really cool, and I love the patterns on vintage china. I always have to stop myself from buying it. And this I say, I think they used to do stained glass, or they do stained glass too. So I kind of like that look with the vintage brooches on top of a stained glass jewelry box. And that with the cookie jars, I thought that was a great idea too. So I hope you enjoyed this Come Antique Along With Me video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of any new videos and when I go live. We'd love to have you here, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys!